Unfortunately, the time has come to give a Slayer album a bad review. It has. I've never been as disappointed in a Slayer album like this one. I think World Painted Blood had its ups and downs, but not since Diablos in Musica I've been so underwhelmed by a Slayer album. And I definitely think Diablos is better than Christ Delusion. As you can see, even the cover is kind of off point. There's another cover with another character which I like better, but it doesn't help, of course. This is Slayer at their most uninspired. I think there were signs of this on World Painted Blood in some capacity, and also some of the weakest tracks on God Hates Us All. But God Hates Us All is in all a good album, and I rated it a bit low in 2001 because I was kind of tired of metal at that point. Or maybe I just thought it was underwhelming compared to their past work. This is kind of the low point in their career, I think, even though Dave is back on this album. And even though he has good production and some cool things about it, I'd say that I really don't like giving art and art because of the people behind it that I like bad reviews, but I think this would be a good exercise for me since I always wanted to see positives in things. That's my life philosophy to learn to appreciate stuff instead of dissing them and being open. But in this case, it was not easy. Although I was open, I was let down by this album. So I think Fleshstorm is it's decent. It has some good lyrics, and I just don't think it's that exhilarating. It kind of sets the mood for the album. It's so, you know. And then we got Catalyst, which is also kind of filler, I think. Skeleton Christ kind of starts off good, but kind of blends into something that I don't. To me, it's really should have stayed in demo form. All these tracks. Eyes of the Insane on a Demented Campaign. It's a little bit better songwriting on this one, but I don't really think it's that of a good song either. I think the vocal melodies feel kind of forced, but it's more ambitious in its. It has more ambition to be a good song, but it doesn't really pan out that way. And then we got Jihad, which I also think is kind of filler, as well as Conspiracy, I think, is kind of filler as well. Although the lyrical theme is pretty good. Catatonic is probably the worst track on the album. The melody just doesn't go with the riffs. I just think this should really have been scrapped off the album. Black Serenade is I'm just trying to remember it here. It's kind of filler to me as well. It's decent. I think it's more like Fleshstorm or Eyes of the Insane or Skeleton Christ. They're not really super bad, but they just leave you with a shrug. It's like could have been so much more. I think I'm having a hard time appreciating them for what they are, which might have to do with me and a bad day at work as well. So this might change in time, but I kind of felt this about this album initially when I heard it when it came out as well. So it didn't really make me want to listen more, and it didn't have the punch of the World Painted Blood production. So I think it's not as fun to listen to. Cult, I think, is a really bad track. It's as bad as Catatonic. I really don't like the religion is hate part. I think it sucks. Not because of what it means, just because I think it just doesn't it doesn't feel very worked through. It just sounds yeah, it sounds like it should have been left as a demo as well. This is kind of Slayer's Load too, in a way. Supremist kind of gives some hope. It kind of it's like lighting a little flash bulb in the night of this album. I think that would have done, but it's still kind of B-side material. It's cool. It's not really a single material or so, but it's decent. So Final Six could have been a cool track with the theme, like the final, where the cycle ends. He sings. It's kind of a cool theme, but the song is just too bad. And I think the worst songs on this album are actually Final Six, Catatonic, and Cult. So yeah, this is Slayer's worst album in my opinion. So what did you think?